So, our topic is the effects of climate change on society. Let's dive in. How do you think climate change is impacting people's daily lives in your area?
In Japan, the climate is getting hotter and hotter, so people couldn't live with 24 hours air conditioning in summer.
Wow, that's intense. It sounds like the heat is really changing how people live. Do you think folks are finding ways to cope with it, like using fans or changing their routines?
Now that, for example, in schools, when the climate is too hot in summer, the gymnastics couldn't be held outside.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. So, schools have to cancel outdoor activities like gymnastics because of the heat. Are there any other ways you've noticed the hotter weather affecting schools or communities around you?
Recently, students are allowed to use umbrella for sunshade, and that tendency is even for adults to commute, including not only women but men.
That's interesting. Using umbrellas for shade is becoming a thing for everyone, not just women. Have you tried using one yourself, or do you see a lot of people doing it on their commute?
Because these days the sunshine is too bright for me, I am getting to use sunglasses.
Nice. Sunglasses are a smart move with that bright sunshine. Do you find they help a lot, or are there other things you do to stay comfortable in the heat?
I commute with my t-shirts, not the suit in summer.
Oh, that's a great way to beat the heat, sticking with light t-shirts instead of suits. Do you think more people are dressing casually like that for work because of the hot weather? Great, Chan. Now, I'd like to give you some feedback on this conversation as your coach. Feedback session. Let's look at your responses and refine them for a more natural, native-like flow. 1. Your response. In Japan, the climate is getting hotter and hotter, so people couldn't live with 24 hours air conditioning in summer. Refinement. In Japan, it's getting hotter every year, so people rely on air conditioning 24/7 during the summer. Why? Hotter and hotter can be simplified to hotter every year for conciseness. Couldn't live with 24 hours air conditioning could be clearer as rely on air conditioning 24/7 to sound more natural and precise. 2. Your response. Not that. For example, in schools, when the climate is too hot in summer, the gymnastics couldn't be held outside. Refinement. For example, in schools, when it's too hot in summer, they can't hold gym classes outside. Why? Dropping not that keeps the flow smoother. The gymnastics sounds a bit formal. Gym classes is more conversational. Simplifying couldn't be held to can't hold aligns with everyday speech. 3. Your response. Recently, students are allowed to use umbrella for sunshade, and that tendency is even for adult to commute, including not only women, but men. Refinement. Lately, students can use umbrellas for shade, and now even adults, both men and women, are doing it while commuting. Why? Recently can be swapped for lately for variety. Umbrella for sunshade is clearer as umbrellas for shade. Rearranging that tendency is even for adult to commute to now even adults are doing it while commuting sounds more natural. Combining not only women but men into both men and women is smoother. 4. Your response. Because these days the sunshine is too bright for me, I am getting to use sunglasses. Refinement. These days the sun's so bright that I've started wearing sunglasses. Why? Starting with because feels abrupt. These days sets the context better. The sunshine is too bright for me can be tightened to the sun's so bright. Changing I am getting to use to I've started wearing is more idiomatic and concise. 5. Your response. I commute with my t-shirts, not the suits in summer. Refinement. In summer, I commute in t-shirts instead of suits. Why? Adding in summer clarifies the context up front. With my t-shirts can be simplified to in t-shirts for a more natural phrasing. Dropping the removes hesitation for a smoother flow. Final polished script. Here's a polished monologue you can memorize for conversations about the effects of climate change on society. The effects of climate change are really hitting us hard in Japan. It's getting hotter every year, so people rely on air conditioning 24/7 during the summer. In schools, when it's too hot, they can't hold gym classes outside anymore. Lately, students can use umbrellas for shade, and now even adults, both men and women, are doing it while commuting. These days, the sun's so bright that I've started wearing sunglasses, and in summer, I commute in t-shirts instead of suits to stay comfortable. Did you like this script?